Well, hello. Not in the garden this time. Hi, those of you who don't know me, I'm Sherry. This is my channel, Aegean Dreams. I'm an American woman living on this Greek island, Salamina, with my Greek husband, and I share my life and experiences here and thoughts and ideas. So today I'm down here at the port of Salamina. This is the like the yacht, not that we well, yeah, I guess. Yacht and fishing port, not the where the ferry boats come. That's another place. So I thought today I would show you around a little bit. And here we are. That big mountain we see across there, that is called Black Mountain. And my house is over that way at the foot of those mountains. Well, it's partially up the mountain. That's the highest point in Salamina. And you have to understand, Salamina is not a tourist island. So we don't have all those quaint little houses and things. We have some quaint houses in places, but it's not mandated. So instead, we have this fabulous, very, very safe harbor where people, even from other islands, choose to moor their boats here. Now, these here that we see in front of us, these are people's little fishing boats. And the guy can go out in that fishing boat and catch his supper. And across there, those boats we see across there, most of those are for rent and lease. And then way over on the other side, is really safe harbor. And these are mostly people who are traveling from country to country and come and tie up here. They have facilities and they have easy access to stores, shops, and to the open sea. So it's a really great port for ships. Now, let's look over here. As long as we're here, this is the church of the Prophet Elias. And always in each area, the highest point, you will see a church on it, and that will be the Prophet Elias. Not the highest point, but the highest church you will see will be the Prophet Elias Church. And I don't know my uh, Orthodox religion enough to tell you why. I can only think of Elijah and the burning bush. So, and down there is my absolute favorite taverna. They have some of the best seafood, and that says a lot, and inexpensive seafood. Oh, I see a fishing boat going out now. These are the professional fishing boats. You see it leaving out? They're going out and they'll be out all night long. And then you can come back when you see them, because I can see them from my house when they come in. So when they come in, I can come down here and see what the catch of the day was and go and get me some fishes. All right. So I'm not doing walk and talk because I cannot walk, talk, and take a video. So I'm standing and talking and videoing. We'll put in walking maybe another time. But yeah, I'm a pretty old lady and I don't want to end up falling into the water. So off to another spot. Ciao for now. Okay, I'm in the downtown area and talk about a one-horse town. It's a one-street town and it's one way going through. I mean, there are other stores, other places, but this is about it. And I hardly ever come in here. First place, I'm not much of a shopper, so I'm not just browsing. If I want something in particular, I go straight to it, I buy it, and I go home. And there's a couple things that I do that, like a paper and bookstore with pens and things. But I'm going to show you around a little bit. It's not exciting, but it's here. So let's look. Today's Sunday, so there's hardly anybody here. Here's a beauty salon. Oh, God, I wish I could get a good haircut. I'm a hairdresser, so I give everybody haircuts, but I don't get them. And we have optical store, Optica. And what else do we have here? Not a lot. Greek Bank. I'm very happy because Now all the banks have an English option. Before, I would put my card with all the prompts were in Greek. Now it doesn't, wherever you go, you can get English or a choice of languages. Now, if you go up into that area, you see the older tile roofed houses, the real traditional houses. They're still there, they're still standing. And here is, remember I told you the Prophet Elias? Well, there it is, all the way up there. That's the Prophet Elias. I think Salamina has more pharmacies per square meter than any place in Greece, loaded with them. I think it's low taxes or something. And this is one of the main churches in Salamina. I don't know which one it is. But when people give you directions, it's usually via a certain church, and everybody knows the churches except me. Bookstore. I had a lot of old blankets I wanted to give away. I went to every church looking for somebody who would take blankets for the poor. And this is the only one finally that would do it, which I think is amazing. Um, this church over here, I went back in there where the priest is just going inside. There's living quarters back there, and they were happy to receive and then put out the blankets to those who needed them. Well, I don't see anything interesting enough to share with you. Okay, I cannot believe this, but I actually got lost on my own island. It's not that big of an island, but apparently there's a turn I never took before, and it ended up with something interesting anyhow. This is the car ferry that takes you across. This is on Salamina Island. This is owned by the Church of Father Romani, which is down here. And it takes you just straight across there to where you see that boat. It's like 5 minutes, and it costs about €6. But that over there is Megara, so that's the mainland. When I do my jewelry shows down in Poros, I do that. I go across here and then go down the coast towards the Epidaurus, you call it, Epidavro, we call it. Yeah, and on to Poros where I do my jewelry show. So that's kind of cool and interesting. I have no idea how I ended up here, but here I am. So, something interesting. This is all pine trees, and the smell is divine. Salamina is quite famous for its lush pine forests, and it's what keeps the air here so wonderful and clean and helps me with my asthma. So that was interesting, worth getting lost. I began to get a little bit panicky because every road I thought was going to bring me down to the sea ended up being a dead end and I had to back out of it. That's okay, a little adventure. So we're going to get in the car and take off again. Ciao for now. Okay, here we are, the next stop, and we are like Jack from Titanic on top of the world. So I was trying to get to the theater, but it's all locked up and you can't see it. But I have got a fabulous view of Salamina from here. There's that black mountain I was showing you earlier. And my house is down from the smallest hump there. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Wow, wow, wow. But now from here, you can see all of the limani. Limani is the port. So there's that beautiful port I was showing you. Do you see how safe that is? It just wraps around. Really great port. And there's that church up there, Prophet Elias. So this is a great panoramic view. of this part of Salamina. Salamina is shaped like a three-pronged, like an E. And my house is over on this part of the E. I don't know if you can see that. um, yeah, so here we are. Now, this little church up here is like booked from now until the second coming of Jesus Christ because everybody wants to get married here. And it's absolutely a beautiful church. And if I was ever going to get married again, which I'm not, that's where I would want to be married. Let's look down from here. You can see the difference. This side is very sparsely populated. When you get over here, there's that Prophet Elias. When you get over here on this side, look at that. Looks like you're back in Piraeus. In fact, you can see right straight across the water, that's Piraeus. So there's no difference. And all those ships you see with the cranes, that's the import-export, like duty, and ships with all the containers on them come and are offloaded there and then sent to wherever they're going around Europe. But look at the difference here from the density of houses, which goes all the way back to my area over here, where they're like here and there, here and there. Hi, Vasily, if you see me. Okay, my friends, that's our little tour of this part of the island for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I should have taken some pictures when I got lost, but frankly, I was a little bit like, oh my God, what if something happens, said Sherry. Then I remembered I have an iPhone, cell phone, so nothing's going to happen. But it was fun. I'll have to go back and investigate that. I used to do those kind of things when Sarah was here. So there was two of us. We could laugh instead of get a little bit nervous. So if Sarah would have been with me, I probably would have gone further. Okay, love you all. Ciao for now. Thanks for taking a little journey with me.